Hanamura, map number 1. We are in the losers bracket, everybody. The circus clowns against the cats. It is the final day of Meta Madness. Great games so far that we had. Fantastic games. Now we have 22 heroes banned for the playoffs. You can see them down here. And we currently got the circus clowns against the cats on Hanamura Temple. Our first map. And it is going to be awesome. And I'm really looking forward to this. I mean, this is the final day, so now we have really the top teams fighting it out. And of course, everybody is also fighting for the prize money at this point. We have 2,000 euros in prize money for this event in total. And as I already mentioned in previous series, again, a big thank you to all of the people supporting the channel on Patreon. Really appreciate it. Without you guys, this would not be a thing. So if you are interested in helping out with us creating more events like this, we've done previous tournaments with the help of the patrons, and we are going to, well, we hope to do more of them in the future. Then you can check out the link in the video description if you're on YouTube, or go to patreon.com/Khaldor. But a big thank you to everybody that is already chipping in over there, because it's difficult to set these tournaments up these days, and we wouldn't have Meta Madness without you guys. So thanks a lot. We are currently looking at a false stat ban, so globals are out. Varian is also again eliminated. The cats have been playing pretty wild comps yesterday. They played in the losers bracket already yesterday, as did the clowns. But I have to admit that the cats, whenever they got aggressive and whenever they started to just come in swinging with crazy drafts, they looked fantastic. And I would love for them to continue along that vein. Now, game number 1, I don't really expect it that much. The Anubarak pick here, yeah, pretty obvious with Varian already gone. What else are you going to go for? He's one of the best tanks that's currently still available in the pool. So here we are. And that leads us straight into the double pick for the circus clowns. So what are the circus clowns going to get here? What are they starting off with? Especially since it's Hanamura. Tannis and Malfurion. That's actually a little bit wild that he goes for Tannis as a first pick. Even with the 22 heroes banned. That's a pretty bold decision to make here. So he goes into the punching bag. That's a hero that I would probably have reserved for one of the later stages as well, because we've seen that used as a bit of a counter to some of these crazy Zul'jin strategies that the cats have been busting out. As much as you normally don't play around forced blinds in drafts, in the context of Meta Madness, it can make sense, especially with the affinity that the cats have shown for Zul'jin in the past. So yeah, there's that. But either way, now that we have Stukov and Cassia for the cats, we'll see how this continues. The next ban from the blue team, and they are targeting Kel'Thuzad. Still the surprise of the tournament for me. Kel'Thuzad, I gotta admit, lots of fun with a hero in this tournament. And the way that he's been played continuously makes it quite sad that he is normally pretty useless in the actual meta. But who knows, sometimes with Meta Madness you have teams busting out a few heroes that they usually don't consider, and then afterwards they're thinking, you know what, maybe we can make this also work in the context of a normal match. But obviously one of the big problems that Kel'Thuzad has is that he is insanely squishy. And if you have heroes like Tracer, Genji, Hanzo against you, then this is going to be so much more dangerous. On the left side, we have ETC and Jaina locked in. So again, some control through... I mean, every single hero has some form of control right now on their end. And Jaina particularly is going to be quite helpful here. Final double pick for the red team. What do we get there? We get... well, we need a side laner. That much for certain. And we get Chen and Thrall. Alright, the double at the front line. It's Panda time again. I like it. And Gia, the final pick for the blue team. A little bit more damage would not go amiss here. Could go also for another melee hero if they want to face that triple front line of the cats. What's it going to be for them? The final pick in game number 1 of the best of 5 here in the losers bracket. And it is Kerrigan. All the stuns. Yes, let's go. First map between the cats and the clowns. It is Hanamura Temple. The Clowns on the left with Svamgrota on Artanis. Death Knight is playing Malfurion. Skok on Jaina, Lauba on ETC, and Gia playing Kerrigan in the first game of the series. We have Drakia on Thrall. The Cats with Hirath on Chen. No Game No Life on Anubarak. And Zero plays Cassia as Captain Rex is chipping in the heels with Stukov, the man with a big arm. Alright, we have stacking for Cassia on level 1. Also, don't forget, this is the lower bracket. This is the lower bracket. We have, therefore, only a last chance for both of these teams to advance to the next round of the tournament. Whoever loses this series is out. And if I am not mistaken, yes, the loser of the series is going to take 4th place in the tournament. So we are down to 4 teams at this point in time. The Lingering Chill and the Frostbite. I gotta say that I gotta chuckle every single time a little bit that I go through the talents on Jaina, because it's pretty much just a description of every woman that I've ever met. They all are typically always cold. They all have lingering frost. Fingers of frost as well. It's always the same. If there's one stereotype about women that's true, there's actually 2 of them, then it's one, A, they're always cold, and they're always trying to make sure that you feel the frost as well, and then that they're stealing your side of the bed. So every single pillow that's on the bed belongs to them, and your side of the bed is in reality also their side of the bed. And every guy that is listening and watching this can confirm that. There is no exception. The only exception is if you're gay. Then maybe you have never experienced that. I'll let that slide. But if you're straight and a guy, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, we got a 2-0 lead into the series with the Circus Clowns. They're coming in with a quick double kill. That Kerrigan combo is just working beautifully. And it's just so reminiscent and so nostalgic to see Kerrigan being comboed off with ETC. So it's just looking fantastic here. The slide, the setup for Kerrigan. She comes in with the additional stuns, and then the damage, in this case Jaina, just ruthlessly murders the target. And even if it doesn't get killed right away, the slows alone make it nearly impossible to escape. So super, super cool concept. And something that we have seen in the early days of Heroes of the Storm a lot. Mobility creep kind of ruined this a little bit, but CC was obviously always a very strong tool, even in the HGC days. But particularly these ETC combos with the follow-up afterwards, they've been super strong in the early days of the game. Now Sentinels up on the map, and here we go. We have down to the bottom a bit of a push happening from the Cats with 2 kills to 0. It's a slight leading experience for the Circus Clowns. Nothing too fancy just yet. Now we get the Arcane Intellect and we have the Psionic Synergy over here. Whereas down on the bottom of the map, it's also about the camps. I mean, again, at this point in time, you have camps up. You want to try and get a couple of turrets together. If you can get a hit like here, you want to. But Lauba, yeah, great job up to the point where he ran into the Son of ETC. But the initial dodge was fantastic. Now, they are buying themselves some time so they can attack Drak here. And Thrall is down. The War Chief gone. And now the attack continues as they're focusing on the Admiral. Demoted, baby! Can't have that. Ooh, Cassia. Yeah, Svamgrota misses the swap. Well, that could have been the play. But yeah, nicely done. So Chen is all the way up at the top. The War Master Panda doing his thing. And down to the bot lane, we have an attack against ETC. Jaina's coming in. Little Red Riding Hood over here, and is trying to crush the frontliner. Didn't quite work out for them, but again, everybody's still playing a little bit through the payload and hoping to get kills together too. In this case, Kerrigan's combo did not completely hit. We have level 7 as an early lead for the boys in blue, so the Clowns are doing their best here to put additional pressure on No Game, No Life. And the Cats are struggling a bit. Now keep in mind, the Cats have been trying to push into the top 3 for a long time. They already made sure that they are top 4 in the tournament. But if they take the Clowns down here, they would at least take 3rd place in this competition, which would be a very, very big win for them. They are pushing on the top, trying to get additional damage done here with Chen. That's, by the way, just wrong on so many levels, I don't even know what to say. What? He's gonna ride on that weird pony with the panda? Like, this is the shittiest comp I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know what to say about that. If I've ever seen a crappy mount hero composition, then that's definitely it. There's a lot of synergy that we had in the past with people just color coordinating everything. But Chen has lost his fucking mind. I mean, did you see this? This is an assault on the eyes. Honestly, I think we could sue him at this point. that was disgusting. Oh boy. 4 kills to 1. Down at the bottom of the map, another swap attempt by Artanis. They're trying to go for Thrall, and he gets caught again. Thrall is down, and now the tower is also dropped. They dropped the tower. The rotation of Artanis towards the top as the bottom wall gets murdered. Absolutely murdered. And of course, the experience that they have is also pretty sweet, because that means that they are going to have the early level 10. That should allow them then to take some of these structures down fairly easily. But at the pace they are going, they might even be able to pull that off before level 10 is there. I mean, Anuburak is already getting murdered. Again, it's nearly impossible once that this combo hit to get away from it. There is no cleanse. That's the big problem. This looks at times a little bit silly, because it looks like the clowns are just running through them. The clowns are just crushing hero after hero, are going through the cats like hot butter through cheese. But part of the problem is really the fact that Captain Rex isn't sitting there and can simply drop a cleanse one after another to deal with the CC. And every time ETC comes in and lands a stun, Karrigan can follow up. Every time that root hits ground, Karrigan is there. And then Jaina just has to wait with her cooldowns and murder them. And that's what they're doing the most. It's a kill against Karrigan that leads the charge. And with that, they might just have a chance to win the fight right now. But they need moves like this in order to turn the game around, and since ETC is now inviting to the dance party, they're losing Cassia. ETC with a sick moves, shaking that ass, and that leads to a double kill. Thrall is dead too. They're trying for more. The big slaps from Stukov. Captain Rex is making it out of that situation, but the bottom fort is gone. Now, the good news is that at the top of the map, at least, Chen is getting value for the cats. So, at least that's the thing. He's getting value for them. He's doing work here, doing his best, and that at least puts them in a spot where they might get the top fort eventually. So, they have done some counter damage. They're still falling behind the experience, and that's a little bit problematic. Yeah. Cassia, she's at 35 stacks. I've been talking a lot in previous games about how most of the Cassia players that went for stacking on level 1 really struggled to get to a decent rate, but Zero is doing a good job. We're at nearly 8 minutes in and he's roughly sitting at 35-40 stacks, which is exactly where you want to be. So, good for him. Cassia is able, together with Thrall, to kill Jaina. She got isolated by the Panda. So, going straight up for the Keck plays. And it's only top shelf plays from the Panda. Top Keck right there. I like it. Alright. That's another kill. Anuburak is dead. And that is that. Goodbye, the bug. By the way, people were asking just recently also about some recommendations for books, and I'm just remembering that right now. I don't even know why. Maybe because we're seeing a little bit of StarCraft action and it reminds me of sci-fi. But one of the authors that I've recently been reading a little bit more, and it's not the best sci-fi that you're ever going to read. It's not quite on the level of, I don't know, Rendezvous with Rama and all of these books, or Hyperion and all of that stuff, or Asimov, so don't quite expect that. But if you want to go for a little bit of a guilty pleasure read and something that can be quite entertaining and nothing too challenging, Joshua Dalzell is a pretty good author that you should check out. He has a couple of series, and so far I found his books pretty alright. It's nothing that knocks your socks off, but it's pretty solid, and it's more military fantasy, and it's quite enjoyable. And he has a lot of books out, so if you're looking for new material and you have never heard of him, then I can recommend that you give him a try. Because I've been enjoying some of the series that he put out recently, and again, it's solid, nothing crazy, but sometimes solid and entertaining is all that you're looking for. So yeah, Joshua Dalzell, in case that you haven't heard of him just yet. What the blue team has definitely heard of is dominating their opponent, because they are now ahead with the talent. They are heavily ahead in kills with 10-3. And they are controlling more and more of these camps that are still available on the map. But it seems that the cats have something to say about this. They're trying to invade here, but they're too late, and the camp has already been claimed, which means that No Game No Life doesn't have an escape tool. So Jaina is trying to follow it up and gets the kill. We have the Panda doing his best to lead the team to a counter kill, which he couldn't quite pull off. And now Chen is in real trouble, and Kerrigan shows him quite clearly that he's not the only one that can jump around. So she hops in and gets the hit. That's kill number 11 and number 12 as the next camp gets targeted. This time the Sentinel is stolen. And that's always bad news. If you lose your Sentinel camp to the opponent, that hurts. And it hurts a lot. Lauba is on his way down to the bottom of the map. Quick reminder, by the way, that Lauba is one of the OG ETCs. So it was always Breeze and Lauba that were some of the best ETC players back in the days. And Lauba, before he was really known as a solid tank player, he was an ETC one-trick and did fantastic on that hero. So him coming back now to ETC is obviously also pretty awesome. In a normal meta, you can't really play ETCs these days. I mean, there's a couple of niche cases where you can still pick him and he gives you value, but it's pretty tricky to play. But it's quite cool to see that Lauba is now able to really play him properly and also have his team follow up on him. Very, very nostalgic, as I already said earlier. They go for the Panda again, and boy, the cats, they're really struggling here. A triple kill as Jaina rips them apart, and Anubra gets caught shortly after. The bottom keep is under pressure, and I can guarantee that the clowns are not letting up on this. They are going to turn this one to ash. 23,000 damage for Cassia, 30,000 for Jaina, and they might just... Nah, they're not going to go for the core here, nah. It's 11 minutes into the game. The death timers are just too low. They can't afford to do that just now, but they might be able to go for a drive-by towards the top and take the fort apart as well. Bit doubtful, but a little bit of damage would go a long way here. So we'll see. Yeah, they're already trying with Jaina to damage it a little bit more, and as long as those minions are also doing work, you can really do a lot. Chrysalis, oh, nice! Nicely done by Kerrigan. Really, really cool play from Gia. He dodges the stun with a Chrysalis and then instantly turns it around on Nubarak and puts him under pressure. The fort is gone, but they get a kill on Malfurion. The problem is that Thrall is now dying again. This is the 6th time that Thrall dies, and Nubarak has also died 6 times. Jaina, she gets eliminated too, but things are falling apart quickly for the cats in game number 1. That's definitely true. We have a 14 kill advantage currently for the Circus Clowns. 19 kills to 5. Boy, oh boy. Okay. Artanis, by the way, look at him. Hasn't died yet. Svamgrotta pulling it off. Kudos to him. Real value from Trash Tanis. Not only did he not die, but he also has solid damage. Trailing behind Kerrigan and Jaina, but still, that's not too shabby. Kerrigan, talking about her, gets killed again, and oh, I think that's the end of him. Yeah, alright. I think the streak is over. Caster Curse is hitting, and it's hitting hard. Or is it? I think it is. Yeah, it is. The Caster Curse has hit Artanis. He is doing what he usually does best. He's dying. Team. Are you guys sure? Alright. Comes out, swaps, and there we go. That took them ages, but they finally put it off. Well done. Well done. Bit sad. It would have been great if he could have ended the game with 0 deaths, but yeah. Ah, look at them. Going over the little bridge here. It's even themed. The wooden bridge, the wooden keg. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, they're making another play for Nubarak. He is dead. Bot lane, pressuring heavily. Top side, of course, also a bit of a problem. Big damage incoming. 16 on both sides this time, which gives us the debilitation. Totally trash talent. I hate this talent so much, I can't even explain it to you. There's been 1 or 2 edge cases where I've been like, alright, this makes sense. This I understand. But generally speaking, 99% of the cases, this is just utter garbage that you don't want to pick. Epic Enter, Epicenter, has the word epic in it for a reason. Shots are fired, by the way, so they got the objective here. Good for them. Core has lost a couple of hit points, though, because the catapults have been firing away, so it's down to 68%. But, I mean, they are doing what they can. They took the top fort out, and the bottom fort has also been killed. So, with all of the heroes that they were able to eliminate in the last fight, they've been doing a little bit better here. Yeah, with that now, we have, again, 30 kills. 2 kills per minute. We're 2 kills per minute right now. So, yeah, not too bad. The problem is there's another catapult at the bottom now, so the core is still taking damage. Now it's down to 60%. They really need to monitor the minimap a little bit more. I should really recommend to them to go for the minimap DLC. So if you haven't downloaded the minimap yet for your own games, you should definitely do it, because it's one of the best things that you have in the game. I understand that apparently these days it doesn't come when you install the game anymore, or at least that's the only explanation that I have for why people just don't look at it. So if you have to get the DLC, you should definitely do that. Incredibly useful tool. If you keep an eye on it, you will survive so much more, and you're going to improve your game a lot. So yeah, definitely worth getting it. Minimap, always amazing. Yeah, with that we also have a 39,000 damage for Cassia. She's been getting some really nice stacks here. We have her on 70 now. Tannis trying to buy some time for himself. Swamgrotta, and there swaps the slides. Here's the Tranquility. They go for Chen, and it's a Tannis that is occupying a lot of their time here. Even the Ancestral Wrath was being used here, but they just can't kill him. Well, actually they can. So he's dead. Level 20 any second now for the Circus Clowns. They lost Tannis, but they killed Stukov. And now they're hoping for a second kill as they're moving in for a Nubarak. Gonna try and go and wreck him. And yep, with him eliminated, 33 kills in total. The core might be open. 60%, that's definitely doable. They're coming in with a team to try and end game number 1. Hanamura is kicking us off here, but it might not be just over yet, because Chen is going for top shelf plays again with another big keg as he takes a swig and makes a move. Cassia is gone though, as Jaina and Carrigan show no mercy whatsoever. And the Panda also finds himself in trouble. Gets stunned out, slowed, and murdered. So, here we go. 24 kills to 11. And we are set. Game number 1 goes to the Circus Clowns in this best of 5. As they take the victory on Hanamura. Nicely done. Good job by the Clowns. We are headed to game number 2 of the best of 5 series at the losers bracket of Meta Madness. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet, so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Towers of Doom, game number 2. Okay, the losers bracket continues. Now we have 10 heroes unavailable that were played on the first map and 22 that are banned for the entire playoffs. The Circus Clowns with a pretty impressive lead, but a lot of this also just simply through the fact that there was no cleanse on the side of the Cats. There was nothing they could do against all of those stuns. There was just too much to handle. And Carrigan plus ETC worked together extremely well, setting up Jaina for one kill after another. So now we're heading into the second map. And I just want the Cats to embrace the crazy. They've been embracing the crazy over and over again in the previous matches in the lower bracket. And it worked out very well. So go all the way. All the way, baby. Well, Towers of Doom is the second map, and that's always a nice one. I mean, Towers of Doom is always one of the crazier maps here. We got Junkrat, our boy, currently banned out. Not a surprise. Again, he is quite powerful. There's a reason why he is the most banned hero, to my knowledge, in the playoffs. He's been banned over and over again because nobody really wants to go up against him. Makes it through eventually, but yeah. So now we got a Falstad. No globals on Towers of Doom. And what's the final ban for the second map here? Now, this is obviously a map where you can play with the Vikings, you can play with Samuro a little bit. Vikings have been banned multiple times in Towers of Doom because the teams didn't want to deal with it. But since Rehgar is also still up, they are trying to ensure that, yeah, he is not gonna mess up the game. Same time, Chromie, of course, she gets locked in very quickly here for Drakia. I mean, there's a lot of really good heroes still around. We're only in the second map of the series, so a lot that they can still pull off here. But Vikings is something that we'll keep an eye on. This is also still another situation where we could eventually see Svamgroda's Murky. I'm sure that eventually he wants to bust it out. White main together with Stitches. Yeah, Lauber going for the Stitches play here. Me likey. But again, I expect some crazy at least. I think Varian hasn't been played yet either. Yeah, of course, Varian is still up. You have a Chromie. Varian is an option. Granted, both Malfurion and Stukov have already been played, so they cannot be picked again. But you can still play this out with another support to add in some damage, for example. Sonya, and they go for Tyrande. A little bit surprised, honestly. I thought that with a commitment to Tyrande, they would already go for Varian here to just set the skill comp up. But they haven't. Instead, we are getting Sonya, valuing her very, very highly. Could have even banned her out if they wanted to. And there's the Varian ban. And, I mean, that one was telegraphed. If you don't pick Varian here, but you have a Chromie and Tyrande, the clowns would be absolutely insane to not get rid of them immediately. So, yeah. Off we go. What are we getting? Final ban. Final ban for this one. What's it gonna be? Come on, boys. Alright, they ban Gul'dan out. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, with the Stitches and White main comp, I'm honestly thinking about what I would have liked to see here. Maybe even a Kel'Thas pick again for Circus Clowns. We've seen that combo with Stitches and Kel'Thas a few times now already. Kel'Thas generally can survive now, given all of the heroes that are banned. And there he is! Kel'Thas! Kel'Thas and Murky, called both of them. We get Svamgroda's Murky and we have Kel'Thas. I like it. Awesome. Good stuff, good stuff. The Gravity Lapse follow up after a Stitches hook. And it's the Merc Master. Murky in the house. Good shit. Oh, I love Svamgroda. Finally he has an opportunity to play his Murky. Awesome. Imperius and Rexa. Good stuff. Imperius and Rexa, triple front line now for the Cats. And on the left side, we get Skook. The final pick in this series. The Circus Clowns, ladies and gentlemen. Towers of Doom. Let's see what the blue team can pull off with their composition right now. Octograb is going to be ready. And they get Suljin as well. Awesome. I was hoping a little bit for Phoenix and the laser plus Octograb combo, but Suljin is also pretty sweet, and they could even go into a Guillotine plus Octograb. So there's definitely a few tools available to them now as we're heading into the second game of the best of 5 in the losers bracket of Meta Madness. Game number 2, Svamgroda on the Merc Master. I like it. The man that plays Murky whenever he can. Didn't really get a whole lot of opportunities just yet, but here in Towers of Doom we have him on the Frog with Death Knight on White main, Lauber on Stitches, Gia with Kel'Thas, and Skook on Suljin. To the right side of the map, the Cats, they want to bring this back after losing on Hanamura. We have Zero on Imperius, no game, no life, playing Rexa. Erath on Sonya, Captain Rex on Tyrande, and Drakia on Chromie. Alright. Let's go. Let's get this one together. We have, for now, Recklessness on level 1. We got the Ranger for Tyrande. And Murky with a fisheye. That's an abomination, by the way. A frog with a fisheye. Oh my god. That is just absolutely disgusting. It's nearly as bad as the comp that we saw in the previous game with Chen and his mount. So, yeah. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Now, we have, for now, the Mana Addict. So, this time we don't get Convection. We actually had a Convection game, but not so in this game. No, 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 no. Instead, we're getting a proper build. He's going for the globes. He wants the shield. He wants the mana pool. On the other hand, of course, it's Suljin that's starting to stack here. And I'm personally a little bit curious to see what exactly Suljin is going to try to pull off here, because we've already had a few instances where he just went straight up for the standard ult with the Tastingo on level 10, trying to go for the survivability. But given the fact that they could play with Octograb, there is a chance that Guillotine is going to be the weapon of choice for him. So time will tell. If they want to play it safe, if they want to go for the better talent that gives them the best chance of winning, I would assume that it's going to be Tastingo. But given the way that they are playing this and the amount of CC that they're currently controlling, it might be nice to have that added burst damage. So once that we're hitting level 10, we'll find out what exactly he's going for. The Cats, they're already starting to push through a few of the camps and took actually both of the pumpkin camps. So nice for them. And a lot of pressure here right from the start through them. The hook against Misha, not enough to take her down just yet. Suljin obviously, oh yeah. Chromie already firing away. Primetime Slime Time on level 4. We got a couple of stacks coming through for Rexa as well as he goes for the Hunter-Gatherer. And Energy Royal for our boy Kel'Thas. Same build that Nano is using, and Kel'Thas is getting crushed. That's the reason why he didn't pick Convection. He already knew this wouldn't go well for him, so no Convection for him. Quick kill against Kel'Thas. He's the first one to fall. Suljin is still trying to stack. Captain Rex dodging imaginary hooks, but then as the real one comes out, he's also able to walk away from it, so no real threat against Tyrande either. The triple altar phase is starting to be set up now. We got at the top Hera taking another wave down, but the party continues at the bottom of the map as they're focusing on Lauba. And he seems to be making it out, or maybe not, because Zero wants to connect the stun. Doesn't quite get it. Good hook interrupting it. Lauba beasting the place here. I like it. That was a pretty sick move by him. So yeah, job well done. Shots are being fired. Damn. Each team has now gotten one altar channeled, and it seems that, yeah, it's going to be Tyrande here at the bottom of the map who gets another one. They didn't really try to interrupt it. Murky's instead still pushing the top lane out and doing as much damage as he can, not only to the minion waves but also the structures that find themselves topside. Sonya is continuously rotating towards the top lane and attempting to deal with him. But as level 10 kicks in, this is where the real interesting part is going to shape up for us. That's where we're going to have a bit of a look of how this is going to play out. Now with 11 stacks, Suljin is getting closer to the range increase that he gets as his first request reward. Becomes the target quickly though, but apparently the cooldown wasn't ready for Chromie. Instead, they're focusing on Imperius and nearly got the kill there. But we have now 13 stacks for Suljin, so as I said before, he's getting very, very close to the range increase, and it's going to help him also to stack his level 7, which he has now locked in. So Arcanite access it is. Late game is going to be great for him if he can continue to participate in these fights. Murky has continued with the Black Lagoon, and we have the intercession for Whitemane, which is also going to be pretty useful down there. And towards the top, Herath. He's still doing his solo Sonya thing. And I mean, Sonya in this situation is absolutely glorious. They picked her very early in the draft because she's such a strong side laner right now. And they should have a lot of fun with her in this situation. At the same time, though, we got up at the top, Murky losing the lane slowly but steadily to her. Down to the bottom of the map with the single altar now being announced. The red team is continuing to push. It's not really a kill-heavy game. We haven't really seen a whole lot of kills here, but the blue team is just trying to get to level 10 without falling too far behind in experience. I mean, you can really tell. A whole lot of their comps are going to come online a bit later, and at least right now, there's not a whole lot that they can do here. Well, there is, but they are struggling a bit to get proper access, as you can tell. Chromie is doing a ton of damage. It's a little bit more about Suljin, and Whitemane is also focusing on him with a lot of the heals that she's bringing out. The intercession, for example, targeting him particularly whenever he gets attacked. And he's doing real damage. I mean, not only did they get the kill against Imperius a second ago, but now Tyrande has also fallen. And the more stacks Suljin gets, the better. Oh, and... yeah. Pyro with no value. No value Pyro right there. Bit of a sad move. Pyro is a talent that is honestly pretty amazing if you can land it, but if it's just a meme like in this case, then yeah, you get very little to nothing out of it, so a bit unfortunate. Now in the middle of the map with 3 kills to 1, we now still have them pushing and pressuring. They're trying to see if they can maybe pick up another kill, get even farther ahead in experience, and also get more control over the map itself, pick some camps up once they spawn, go for the altars again. We don't have a level 10 for Suljin yet, so as I already told you earlier, there are a few options for him. But Murky has limited them a little bit more because he didn't go into Octograb and went instead into the March of the Murlocs. So we got the March for him, and Suljin picks the proper ult. He goes into the Tastingo. They want to make sure that they're going to win this one. Gorge is in. Alright, off we go. And now they need the follow-up stun. They get it, and that should be the end of Imperius. He's trying for the delivery, but his chance of surviving this are very, very low. And as I say it, he gets his bot save. Good stacks for Suljin, but still no kill. Fantastic save by the Cats. Misha, on the other hand, is a continuous source of stacks for Suljin, so that's a little bit of a problem. Sonya with the channel. 5 shots fired since he was able to take the top bell tower too, and this is going to be the end of Imperius now. He survived the earlier attack, but at this time he's not going to be able to get away from it. So Sonya is aiming for a second altar up at the top. They're trying to convert the bell tower over. Stitcher is dead. Suljin with the ult. I mean, at this point, just turn around and get some stacks because they're not going to make it. A quick owl kill on Kel'Thas. I mean, that was pretty awesome too. And another set of 5 shots being fired at the core. Down at the bottom of the map, White Mane has also been killed, and now they're trying to go for the bell tower. But as all of that plays out, this is how they got the kill. Watch the owl. I'm not quite sure if we caught it there, but check the owl out. So here comes Kel'Thas, and then Tyrande says, nope! And Hedwig does the rest. Easy kill right there. Straight back to Hogwarts. 4 kills to 5. Level 13 for both teams now, so in Talons they are even Steven. Murky's trying to reclaim the top, but they're fully losing control of this now. It's 6 bell towers to 2. So absolutely nothing that they can rely upon at this point. They have to somehow bring this back, and it will be an uphill battle. Suljin is nowhere near the amount of stacks that he needs to be real tricky here. Has a nice trap on Chromie, but she has the timeout still, and she uses it immediately. Misha gets attacked. If they can kill Chromie, that would be a good step. And they can. Nobody's going into the choke point. Stitches was blocking it out mainly. We also have a few more stacks now for Suljin. He completed his baseline, which means he gets the double swing. But as the red team is hoping to attack the mid lane, the Clowns need to bring some of these bell towers back. They really have to. Now, it was pretty important that they take Chromie out because she's the main source of damage on the red team side. So if she's down, then they have a chance to bring all of this back, and they're using this at the bottom of the map now to try and take that bell tower back with success, I might add. So it's a 5 versus 3 situation that they're facing off now against. So good job. But with the altar, they need to clap that. They need to claim this one. Question is still, can they maybe even take another Belter in the meantime? I don't really think so. Misha being used again for Suljin to connect a few more axes and get his stacks together. Svamgrotta dodges out on the owl, but they're just baiting them in a little bit further. And Sonya, I mean, what a fantastic pick for them. They picked her so early, and at that point they could have instead gone for Barry, and they decided against it. And it's working out real nicely for them because they're continuously getting value from her on those side lanes. So yeah, job really, really well done. And Sonya is instantly back at the top, trying to take minion waves down, not only for experience, but also to ensure that they are able to maintain the control over the bell tower. Down to the bottom of the map now, we have Chromie with 30,000 damage. Suljin has already taken over on the damage numbers, by the way. So he is sitting at 37,000, and his top side, not part of the team down here, which costs White Mane her life. So there's that. Drag here. Well, first of all, yes, Imperius is dead. March of the Murlocs slowing them even further. Suljin is trying to come in for the flank. Captain Rex, the first one to fall, I would suppose. Yeah, Tyrande is not going to make it. Pyro! Blast! Double kill. Nice. Yeah, and down at the bottom of the map, they should honestly wait for Suljin. I don't even know what he's doing. He's apparently trying to take the bell tower, but he could have taken her for sure. Even a hook kill now. 4 stitches. Nice. He wanted playtime, and he's getting playtime. 4 versus 4 situation on the bell tower, now that we have a triple altar phase popping up again. And of course, the great news for the cats, oh sorry, not for the cats, for the clowns, is that they have a chance to lock in at least 2 of them. We have them down to 15 points of the core against 33, so they really have to do some work here. And they also have to stop these pumpkins up at the top as they're being brought in. That's the job of Khaldor in this situation, trying to burn them down quickly and stay away from Sonya for as long as possible. So shots are being fired. First few have been channeled through. 8 points off the core, 25 to 15. They're leaving Drag here to solo this one. But down here, another attack. Oh, as they nearly killed Imperius. And a few more stacks fired. So it's 11 to 12 that we're talking about now. Chromie gets hooked and gorged again. Lauber is absolutely on fire with these moves. So once more, we have the timeout, but there's no way she gets out of there. She's just sitting there asking for help. The team doesn't give a shit. 19 to 11 stacks. They got another kill. 10 to 6. It is the cats that are starting to struggle now. The clowns, on the other hand, they're really gaining momentum and they're working with it. They're coming in with more and more damage. Suljin still has some trouble stacking. They don't give him a lot of opportunities. There's not a lot of drawn-out skirmishes between the two teams that will allow him to get the stacks for the baseline and the level 7 quest. But he's getting good damage out in the situations that occur. And now that they're dominating these rotations and are always forcing the cats to react, it's looking better and better and better for the clowns. They're not clowning around anymore. This game is no laughing matter. So Murky setting up some eggs here, whereas we have them go for the boss. Yeah, it seems that they're going to try to play around that. I mean, a ballsy move. Let's see if it works out, Cotton. So the hook is there, didn't connect with anything. Vision has been granted. Oh boy, that could backfire. Murky is dead though. Boss still gets attacked and they let it slide. They let it slide, they move away from it. Boss is taken. Shots are fired and level 20 is really close. One of the reasons why the cats made the move in the first place. It was a bit of a gamble, obviously. It definitely was a risk for them. But they made that move because they don't want to go up against level 20 opponent in that situation. So now the core is down to 7 points. They go for Imperius and he gets crushed. Imperius is dead. Suljin is still stacking and is getting those auto attack hits in. The problem is that Sonya just eliminated Stitches. Tyrande nearly dead. Ult being used. He is gonna die, but at least he got the kill. Everybody's dead, dying, or damaged. Chromie down, Whitemane down. Sonya gets killed. It is Murky and Kel'Thas against Raxa and Misha. We're playing tag team, baby. Let's go. There's the Pyro. I like it. Full HP Pyro and Swamp Grotta finishing the job. They can even head into the mid lane and try to take the bell tower out before they're going for the channel. They want to have pumpkin camps first, but Murky, the monster, making inky. And the flamethrower now with the Armani Resilience as level 20 is in the hands of the blue team. Murky on the channel and the party is there. The Merc Master. God, I love Meta Madness. It's just so awesome. 50 to 9 kills, 7 points to 11. Pumpkins should be stopped at the bot lane soon, TM. They can retake the top though. This is definitely something that they should be able to reclaim. And in the middle, another bell tower is low and can also be taken. What they're attempting to do here is to safeguard the bottom bell tower. But up at the top, Skog is soon going to bring this one back. So while we have Suljin going straight in for it, reclaiming this one, the rest of the team is safeguarding the bottom right. And there's another one, Lauber, with so many hook gorge combos. He lands them like a boss. They're isolating Imperius. He's trying to get out. He's going to get slammed in a second. Another hook. He doesn't stop. He's a fucking monster. Lauber with a hit. Shots fired. 8 points to 7. He lands another hook. Lauber, for the love of God, they're dead already. Jesus. Stop kicking them. The man shows no mercy. Absolutely none whatsoever. Hook after hook after hook. And he lands them all. He should at least throw 1 or 2 in that are missing, just so that we are still thinking he's human. I think AI has overtaken Lauber's account. That's the only explanation that I have. This is getting scary over here. It's like, damn, son. Wow. ChatGPT, how many hooks can Lauber hit in a row? All of them. Well, and now they're going for Sonya. You see, that's what he needs to do every now and then. Miss one on purpose, you know, just so that the other team thinks they still have a chance. Round of applause for Lauber. Good job, good job. He's a nice guy. Misses one on purpose. And now they're going to end the game here. Shots are fired. They're down to 2 points. Death Knight is going for the channel. The Owl is going to interrupt him once. He stutters around it. The rest of the team is still fighting just for fun a little bit. With Tyrande now dying. But the channel goes through. And we have No, the channel does not go through. Instead, Kel'Thas is dead. So is Chromie. The B steps are in. And, well, that's Zul'jin. And Zul'jin is by now on 70,000 damage. And he has 58 stacks, 44 on the level 7. Murky wants a kill. Lauber lands another hook just because he can. No other reason. And that's a 2-0 lead in the best of 5 for the Circus Clowns here in the losers bracket of Meta Madness. Game number 3, Infernal Shrines. Let's go, boys. Let's see if the Cats can now get a win. I gotta say that the comeback on the final map, the last map, wasn't really too shabby. So good job by the Circus Clowns here. And Lauber, whew, the man has been hitting these hooks. It was impressive. Now, as we're headed into game number 3, we have 42 heroes that are banned. It is match point number 1 for the blue team. And I've been talking about how I think that the Cats just need to... The Cats need to embrace the crazy. I mean, you're literally Team Cats. Three-legged cat, it has a meaning. It's like a proverb or something. I think it means... I forgot what it means. They told me at some point and I explained it to the chat, but now I've actually forgotten what it stands for or what the story behind the name is. But it has cats in its name, so... But immediately when I see it, I have to think about Crazy Cat Lady. So embrace the Crazy Cat Lady style. Embrace the madness. Go in and bring us again that Shogal that you just banned, which I already don't like. Bring me the Vikings. Bring me all of it. They picked Murky, they won. That's how you do it. Surprise the opponent and take them down. Cho'Gall banned. Junkrat also kicked back. And off we go. Actually, no, we're not off we go. We don't have the first pick just yet. We get another ban in. There's the D.Va. We haven't seen the Butcher yet. We haven't seen Asmodan. Where's my Nova? Boys. All 3 of them have not been picked yet. If you pick all 3 of them, they never see it coming. That's a curveball that they're never seeing coming. So, yeah. Final ban for the Clowns. And Dehaka gets banned. I don't think we're going to get Dehaka in this game. Would be surprised if he makes it through. So... what's it gonna be here? What is Captain Rex gonna lock in first? It's game number 3. 42 heroes are missing, 90 heroes are in the pool, including Cho'Gall. Mephisto, yeah, great pick. Very boring pick. Oh, Abatha. Logical decision. Her, her, her. Let's go, baby! Give me that Illidan. I'll take Varian for now. I feel generous today. Varian, he's fine. Taking him first. Alright, alright, alright. So let's check that out. And see what else we can do here. I've been talking about the offline event, by the way, in Berlin. And in the context of the offline Berlin, I want to see people that show up there at least some of you have to rock the HGC gear. So if you missed it, there's a link in the description as well. We finally have some HGC merch. The Heroes Gaming community is still going strong. HGC, so yeah. If you want to have a look at that stuff, you can check the shop out there too, but we need at least some people representing it at the offline event in June in Berlin. Also going to include a link for that if you haven't heard about the Nations Cup that we're planning yet. We get Alexstrasza and we get the Vikings, so now we're getting a little bit closer to what I've been talking about with embracing the crazy. They are banning Yrel against them, but I still want to see somebody else that can be comboed off with Abathur. That's the bigger one. Abathur plus... Ah, come on. What are they banning there? Cho'Gall, Illidan, and Diva get banned. Why do you hate fun? Why do you hate fun? What? I mean... I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed at this point. That's unfortunate. Falstad is in. And we now have Mal'Ganis as well. So the birdie and Svamgrotta's frontliner. So we actually have Lauber on Varian and Mal'Ganis played by Svamgrotta. They are really thinning out that tank pool. I mean, damn. Yep. Not too bad. Okay. So, what's the final 2 picks for the red team? How do they counteract this? They're trying it with Mei and Probius. Probius has already been played once and won the game. Probius is sitting at a 100% win rate. So, yeah. Now that Death Knight has the final pick, I still think they want a healer. Abathur solo heal, technically possible. Don't think they're going to go for that. So, let's see. What's it going to be for Death Knight? Kharazim is up? No. Kharazim was played, right? Who needs a healer? They go for Phoenix. Alright. Let's go, boys. Infernal Shrines game number 3. Cats against the clowns. Match point number 1. The blue team has the 2-0 lead in the best of 5. This is a battle for 4th place. The loser takes 4th and drops out of the tournament. The winner moves on into the top 3 and has another chance to make it to the grand final. The winner goes up against Team Washed Up. On the left side, Svamgrotta with Varian. We got Skok on Phoenix, Gia on Falstad, Lauber on Mal'Ganis. Supports are overrated. They go for Death Knight, Abathur. Solo heal. I mean, you got a little bit of heal with Abathur, of course, but you have to pick your battles a little bit. High King's Quest for Varian. That makes me suspicious immediately. Captain Rex with Alexstrasza. Zero with Vikings. Dracula and Mei. Yrel on Mephisto. And no game, no life with Probius again. Level 1 already, the reinforced carapace, so really trying to work as a proper support as best as he can. And Probius is insta-killed. Yeah, he just pulled the Lauber. 30 seconds into the game and Probius is dead already, so that was a quick one. The High King's Quest here for the Circus Clowns. I mean, at that point, honestly, what do we want? Meme strike, smashy smash smash. I kind of think that if they really want to go for the memes, they should have picked the Butcher. But they didn't. We got the barbecue build with the Flames of Fury for Alexstrasza. The Flame Buffet. I want to have a buffet too. Oh god. Good buffet right now. Nice hotel. Yeah. Good swimming pool. Some hotel where there are no Germans that are trying to reserve some of those spots with their towels. That would be fantastic. Ah, yeah, I need a vacation. I definitely need a vacation. Top side, Eric is dead, but Abathur is holding his own against Olaf, against Probius. Seems like the probe decided to go top side after it died at the bottom of the map. So a change of scenery is not only something that I could use, but apparently Probius is experiencing the same problem. Mephisto gets attacked as well. We currently have... I mean, the thing is, there is obviously a lot of pressure, right? So you have a team that is playing without a real support, without a real healer. They have Abathur alone. He can help you a little bit with this, but that means that everybody is just trying to go for kills. They are aggressive with their composition. They have more damage in the early game, and that's what they're currently trying to do here. Now, we got the Colossus Smash on level 4. Varian yelling. And you can hear the pain in Varian's screams whenever he uses it. And there's always this misconception that, you know, he goes in and he's just like yelling because he's just venting the anger. He's venting like all of that pent up aggression. But it's actually not true. These are cries of despair and pain, and they are very understandable if you think about it. Varian has Anduin as a son. If that's your son, you would cry too. I mean, that guy is such a wuss, it's absolutely ridiculous. The guy doesn't even know how to hold a sword. If you are a big warrior like Varian and you have that as a son, you would cry the entire time too. Next time you hear him go for the smash, just listen to it. It's cries of despair that we're getting from Varian. Also, some cries of despair coming in from the three-legged cats because they're just dying. Especially Probius is getting killed time and time again. Finally, a counter kill for them as they're able to take Falstad down. So good for them, but damn. It is a murder fiesta here at the beginning of the game. Early level 7 for the clowns. We now have the network Carapace here too. And damn, that is a bit nasty. Pew! Slingshot boy at the top. Trying to stop this. He's griefing, just sitting at the side. And the objective is getting attacked with only one team rocking the level 7 talent and therefore finding themselves quickly in the lead. Falstad flying in again, always hoping to get a quick Probius kill. So they are going immediately for Tracker here. And the Dragon Queen, Alexstrasza, let's go. Quick slide, but the warp has already happened, so they're trying to catch up, and they're doing a good job on that. Yeah. We have at the same time now the victory rush. So far they haven't won here just yet. Swamgrota. Still trying to angle this a little bit. Again, as I said before, they have to be a little bit careful with the sustained fights because they don't have a healer that helps them there. So quick engages are better for them. Here comes the hit. Varian with another yell, another scream. And they get a kill, and they're gonna follow it up with a second one against Mephisto. It seems like we might even get a third one because the top fort has now been destroyed, and that means that Skok, without any problems, can easily move in and try and take him down here too. Probius in the middle of the map gets chased away. Probius gets just chased over the entire map. They killed him so many times, and the Probe is just trying to get away whenever he sees anybody approaching. So all of that aggression now. And it's really doing wonders for them. They're taking the ball. Gia? What was that? Gia is griefing. Totally griefing. I have no idea what he was looking at. But it was definitely not the tower. Dude, I have been telling you, stop watching porn while you're playing heroes. Especially when you're in tournaments. Focus on the screen. You're too easily distracted. Gia. Can't do it like that. Maybe it was his mom. Not with the porn, but maybe his mom came in the room. Food's ready! Mom, I'm playing! There was actually somebody yesterday, I don't know who it was, I think Diablo told me that one of their players, when they played the last series, the mom was angry that it was already so late, but he was coming. It's like, yeah, sorry guys, he's coming any second now. His mom has been complaining that it's already too late, but he's here any moment, so yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so we got level 10 in. As Gia is being distracted by Johnny Sins, we now have them with the heroic abilities. He's able to make it out, hasn't died yet there. Still could make another play for Probius, and we get the Hinterland Blast. It's all the lasers, baby. Planet Cracker and Hinterland Blast. And I gotta admit that Hinterland Blast in particular has actually surprised me a lot. The cooldown reduction is amazing when you kind of line them up properly. So Falsa is gonna have a bit of fun with this one. We're already lining them up right here. Come on, baby, get the angle, get the angle. Where's the hit? Come on, pull it off. The first, the second, and both of them miss. Amateurs here. Amateurs. Gia and his boys, they get 3 kills. They lose Varian, but they are taking down May, Alexstrasza, and Probius. But I was really hoping that the laser show would have a better result there, and it just didn't. Looked still good, but they couldn't accomplish anything with it. Now the Cats are, of course, attempting to stop the bleeding as best as they can. They have the Vikings to keep them in experience range and push the lanes out a bit, but they are just struggling. It's 13 kills to 3 now. It's just, oh, dangerous. Dangerous stuff. Down at the bottom of the map, you have Abathur with the network Carapace doing his thing. But they are 10 kills behind, 1.5 levels behind. Suffice it to say that it is not looking too good at this point in time for the red team. They need to gain momentum, and also they need to just be able to play their trump card a little bit, and that is Alexstrasza. Long and sustained fights are working in their favor because there's not enough sustain for the clowns. Now they have some sustain. They have Abathur, and some of their heroes also have their own tools. Falstad's level 4, just to name one of them. But generally speaking, a prolonged fight should be in favor of the Cats, as they just have the long-term sustain through their composition. But they need to get to a point where they have even talents and where they can fight against them properly. And so far that hasn't really happened. So again, we're seeing the moves made down at the bottom of the map, as they are hoping to force that issue with a numbers advantage, but that's also not really working for them. So get to level 13 and then fight for the next shrine. That's probably their best bet here, trying to make a play for that. Svamgrotta getting a bit of an assist from Abathur as Varian is jumping in. Zero making his way out, but we have also a bit of a battle down here as they're trying for a kill on Lauber. That didn't quite work. Copy on Phoenix. High King's quest completed. The copy is out. Easy kill. Alexstrasza is dead. Probius escaping with under 100 hit points. Mephisto gone. Eric gone. And now they want May as well. And she dies too. Everybody gets dropped with the exception of the probe, and even for Probius it was a close call. So they open the sidewall up a little bit so that Phoenix can get back out, and they take the wall completely. Well, not completely, they take the tower down. 13 to 13. Slap it, baby, slap it! Death Knight, you noob! Oh, where's the dominance? Where's the big slap over here? The worm gets dropped. It's just sad. 16 is in. Falstad dealing with the bot lane as he's quickly taking the fort down. And for some reason, the blue team has never actually approached the shrine topside. So now it is the Cats that are trying to get the objective here, which hasn't quite worked yet. 13 kill difference, of course. Falstad still chasing Vikings at the bottom, and they're coming in with another angle, trying with a flank. Mephisto, the heal from Alexstrasza, and well, they might still fall here, because Mephisto, he doesn't make it. He's going to delay the inevitable. That Hinterland Blast at least nibbled at the hit point pool a little bit. Mephisto and Alexstrasza are both down, and Probius has also fallen again. And they try to go for May. Lauber with a conversion, but Drag here is still able to get out of this one. Yeah, 20 kills to 4. The clowns are playing with their food. Total domination in this series by the blue team. 2-0. What the hell? Skok. Not even close. Holy hell. He was cutting that a bit close. Too close for comfort. But yeah, so right now the situation as is still very bad for the team in red. They're trying their best here. Svamgrotta still making a couple of moves and plays, but it's obviously a total disaster. Unless there's a miracle that happens and some kind of grief on the side of the blue team, I don't think that the Cats can fight this one back. A 4th place would still be pretty respectable for them, but it's impressive how on point the clowns are today. So if they are able to close out this series here and move on to the next round, that series against Washed Up should be fairly interesting. Right now, 21 kills, 2-7. Very impressive performance. Punisher is up at the top and yeah, ties down the resources of the red team. As the mid lane gets attacked too, there's a double Khazra camp that they currently have. And with a 3-level lead and a talent advantage, how do you fight against this? It's nearly impossible. Oh, the laser! Probius getting murdered, absolutely murdered. Same is true for the keep. That one's definitely gonna fall. They won't be able to save it. So one keep down, the one at the top. It's gonna take a bit more damage. He could actually move up there and claim it, but I guess they're gonna make a move for the core instead. Phoenix dies though. Phoenix is dead. We have 24 kills to 5, 19 to 16. Svamgrota playing with the range a little bit at the top. Khazra's taking first the minions out, and now it is Commissar Eric here that is trying to draw fire, which he can't quite do. So the core shield is getting attacked very, very quickly, but with the death timer still being fairly low, the red team is back to business and ready to defend this. Now the top keep is still finding itself in some trouble, because now we have catapults also homing in on it, which makes this a lot more dangerous, and the second keep falling would be a disaster. Abathar with a bit of an assist, but Varian is dead. Top side, keep might survive if someone goes up there and takes it down. Maybe even the camp can do it, and nope, none of this is happening. 1, 2 more shots and this is over. Olaf! Yeah, the stun! It's enough! It's... no, maybe! Ah, the final shot! The final shot takes the keep. Oh, he got so close there, so close. 31 kills, 13 minutes into the game. We are approaching 3 kills per minute. The birdie is dead too. It's a slaughter. They're gonna get Mal'Ganis now. So Mal'Ganis is dead. That gives them level 18. Brrr. Alex Strasser for a second here, fairly unimpressed, walking straight into the Planet Cracker. But no kill, not this time. 34 kills in total. As I said, 2 keeps down, not a fort lost. And then Skog is still engaging. Still trying to make a play here. There's the Abathar copy. They are having some fun. I mean, they need to be careful that they're not trolling too much. But they are definitely having some fun. The bot lane is being assaulted by catapults, and they have to take this one out. But yeah, it is nasty. It's really, really nasty. So, alright. Once again, we have the quick move here. And the kill. Abathar this time the one to take him down. So Svamgrota needs to run away from the Vikings and the entire power here. And he does the exact opposite and just engages and says like, alright boys, let's smash it. Chia gets ping spam. This is like, dude, where was that Ender Blast earlier? If he would have used it a bit earlier, they might have been able to pull something off. But still, if they over-troll, they might lose a game like this. I know it sounds a bit silly, but we've seen this. It happened in this tournament more than once. Ancient Flame is now in. Fury of the Storm, they got Mimic. Level 20 versus level 20. And of course, they have some good tools with the Vikings to control these lanes. Yeah, the laser is out, but Planet Cracker without a proper stun is just not really all that great. We're better off with the Hinterland Blast there. Really nice ult from him. Yeah, should end up with a kill on Alex Strasser at least. No, Dragon Queen! And the bird gets plucked. The bird is down. And I'm telling you, they might have over-trolled on this one. They lost the entire advantage that they had. Well, they have the structural advantage, obviously, so the lane pressure is still there. But we're talking about advantage in team fights. That's gone. And the cats are now doing damage. So you have to be careful with this. Up at the top, they're starting to take the Vikings down. Escorting catapults in is definitely a good way for them to win the game at this point. So that's something that they could try and do here. But the objective is going to be claimed by the red team. Down at the bottom of the map, Probius is now pushing. The first fort has fallen. And they have to somehow make a play for the core. And they have, for that, to deal with Vikings. Vikings are already there. They're 16 minutes in. Catapults are definitely going to hurt a little bit. And Probius is still pressuring the bot lane. Skog gets attacked. We have the epic mount, by the way, for Falstad. Varian is coming in too, so they got to retreat quickly. But Probius is still pushing. Probius is pushing. There's the fly. Abathar has to help out. They're going to try and get the quick kill here. And if Abathar helps, even without the help of Abathar, that's going to be the end of Probius. Probius is down, Olaf has died too, and May gets wrecked as well. Now the pressure is mounting up once again, but so far the core hasn't been scratched yet. So that is the next problem here. Core hasn't been attacked, and they're still defending. It's a trap. Yeah, Phoenix is still sitting tight. 42 kills. 42 kills. And Probius was prepping the bot lane. They haven't taken the objective yet. The objective is still gonna be traveling through the bottom of the map once that they get the additional stack. Alexstrasza though, she's dead. So Alexstrasza is down, which means that he's also gonna die. Nice one from Gia. So they get the double kill, but again, Punisher's now taken. Probius softened up the bot lane, took the wall down, took the fort down, so the keep is going to get attacked. But now they're trying to end the game. They know as well that they can't overdo it here. Eventually they have to make a move for the core, or they are risking losing the game. Against Vikings and the push power that Probius brings, you need to eventually just make a move. Catapults are chipping in some damage as well, but they're quickly getting targeted by the Vikings. The core is on 50% though, and Mal'Ganis and the rest of the boys are doing work. Including Phoenix, of course. But there are some kills coming in. 52% on the core. Catapults are still doing harm. We have Probius eliminated. 42%. Skork trying to retreat. 38%. Fight continues. Punisher at the bot lane is going for the keep, so this one's definitely going to be lost. It all depends on whether or not the cats can defend here. Another Planet Cracker move is in. And the shield is slowly starting to regenerate. On the left side, the Punisher is now on the core and is going to remove the shield as well, but it doesn't matter any longer. With 46 kills in totals, the Circus Clowns end the series and move on to the next round of Meta Madness.
Thank you everybody for watching the video today. I hope that you enjoyed the show and the commentary. And keep in mind that the spoiler protection that is going to run for the rest of the video is made possible by all the support on patreon.com. So guys, if you want to support my work, if you want to help me start new projects and keep the spoiler protection in place, please consider heading over to patreon.com/Khaldor. There's also a link in the YouTube description, and check that out. Thanks in advance, and see you guys next time with more esports coverage here on Khaldor TV. Have a great day.